Hey, it's James Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. I want to share with you a testimonial email I got from a client. Talked to him a couple weeks ago. He was sick and tired of his attorney. He bought my letter writing packet and wrote a demand letter to the attorney, and the attorney's giving him back half of his money, which is $6,000. So let's take a look at his email. So here goes a screenshot of this email. I'm giving you a wide pan so you can look at the whole thing and see that it's really an email. It comes from my How I Got Custody account. So this is a screenshot of it. You know, you can see a URL up top, all that stuff. So you know I didn't fake this. So this guy starts off, I blocked out his name and his logo, but I left the first letter so you can see there's actually something there. There's five, there's a billion people out there with a name starting with J, so that doesn't show any identity. So, hey, James, we had spoken 2 weeks ago. I was seeking full custody. I was likely going to have to fire my law firm, for my poorly chosen attorney's incompetence. I purchased your letters packet on your store, and I'll show you guys how to find that. I gave him 2 weeks to settle for kicking back half the amount incurred as a result of work done regarding the motion. He feels like they totally failed him. The offer was accepted. It was not an insignificant sum either. It was over $6,000. Then here he says, feel free to use this if you like for testimonials. I only ask you to remove my name and the Gmail image. So, this guy got my letter writing packet in my store for $45 and got $6,000 back. Most of you guys never get your money back. You don't even challenge your attorney. You'll go up and ask for a refund on a coffee at McDonald's or cold fries, or if you go to Ruth Chris Steakhouse, complain that your steak is medium well when you want it medium rare, and they give you a discount or something. But you don't have the balls to demand stuff back from your attorney who has an oath of an attorney, and an allegiance to you to zealously advocate for you. The rules of professional conduct govern your attorney. See, these are things that you need to know: the rules of professional conduct and the oath of an attorney and stuff I tell people to look up. And every single time I talk to people, they don't know this stuff, even though they watch my videos. Even though they've had a consult with me, they won't go look up the stuff I'm talking about, and they come back lost because they don't do what I say. I don't understand it. All the answers for you to be successful are out there, and even when I guide you to them. See, before I came along, before some other fathers' rights groups were out there with people, guys were lazy and shiftless and didn't want to grow some balls and stand up to guardian ad litems or judges or their own attorney. When people came along to help people, guys wouldn't use that because guys just want, it's the nature of guys to just wish everything goes away and not have any drama and being drama free. It's the curse of Adam. You're lazy and shiftless. We were, cursed to have to till the ground for our food instead of easily getting it. We think that we deserve justice in family court because we're the dad and we had kids. Well, in a corrupt world, you got to fight for what's right sometimes. Women did it. The Japanese that were in concentration camps in World War II did it. Black people in Jim Crow South did it. But actually, only a few people even did that because most people want to sit by and watch from the sidelines and let somebody else do all the work. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and a bunch of other people, their lives, it cost their lives. But other people who went to jail were still alive. And if thousands and thousands of people would have marched regularly instead of just show up at Washington, I have a dream speech or just showing up at the main events. See, everybody will go when everybody else goes. Nobody has the balls to just do stuff on their own unless they got, can you predict for me that this is going to happen? Can you make me feel comfortable in my sweet heart and soul that this is going to be okay and that nobody's going to hurt my feelings or be mad at me? No. Here's what's right and here's what's wrong. And if you sit back and you act like a slave and you let somebody totally punk you, they'll leave you alone. You stand up for stuff, you're going to get some heat and you're going to get some kickback. But that's what people with balls do. And I'm here to help people who are warriors. That's why I don't expect people, to be honest with you, My store should be blowing up. My phone should be blowing up. People should be calling me. I should be overwhelmed and bombed with phone calls that people want to talk to me. What I'm overwhelmed and bombed with is people texting me, look at this picture. Look at this document. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Hey, I love your videos. Just a little story, 5 screenshots long. Thanks for your help. Can you give me some free advice? No, I can't. I got a whole bunch of people who want to mooch, who have a welfare mentality, think that you're owed my free time. There's $50,000 worth of free videos on YouTube. Go watch that. I just had an argument today with somebody who said, you know, I'm broke, I'm on food stamps, I can't do this and that. Do you drive anywhere for fun? Yeah. Stop doing that and save. If you save $1 every day for 45 days, you could have a 30-minute consult with me. How come your kids aren't worth two $20 bills? Even if you're broke, there's a way. That's why I make stuff as cheap as possible. If you don't like it, go to Judge Anthony. He's only $750 an hour. Go get an attorney. They want $5,000 up front. But like this guy says, he recognized an injustice. He talked to me, and he got my letter packet. And it's not just one letter to demand for the attorney. There's letters demanding answers from a school, getting records, getting access to your kids, because schools will block that stuff, getting records from a daycare, getting records from a doctor, how to deal with the police being corrupt. I got demand letters for about 20 different categories. There's like 31 different demand letters. Each demand letter would cost you $200 for an attorney to write. The whole packet of 45, because I realize not everybody's going to need all 30, but the whole packet is $45. Every single one of you needs to know how to learn how to write letters. But you don't do it because a bunch of lazy little pussy cowards. And you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But then you go and whine and cry and backbite and slander everybody who's screwing you over, but you won't confront them. You won't create a paper trail with the guardian ad litem. You won't create a paper trail with your attorney. Even though I talk about it in my videos, you don't listen to what I got to say. See, you don't even need to see this testimonial, but I'm giving it to people to highlight some stuff that are issue, because maybe one person out there will want to actually do something about their attorney. Everybody else is a punk sissy coward who doesn't want to hurt their attorney's feelings, even though your attorney just extorted money from you and hustled and conned you. And again, you won't tolerate some cold fries from McDonald's. You'll demand your $3 back, but you won't demand thousands of dollars back for a result of nothing. You don't even need to see this testimony. All you got to do is look at my flow page and see my winning court orders. And you should say, dang, this guy got full custody against a 17-year experienced attorney, against a 10-year experienced guardian ad litem, and they were all against him. And he got full custody of a white man got full custody of his biracial daughter when she was 7 months old and was raising her for 20 years. I say 20 because she lived with me until she was 23. You know, these millennials are young and immature, and it's hard to get them to be as responsible because they got all this, everything's at, at the fingertip or whatever. But that's all you need to see to know that you need to talk to me. And if you don't know everything on your case, if you don't know the law and the factors in the law, I got guys who've been on their case for 1, 2, or 3 years, and they've never even attempted to look up what the law is on their rights for their kid. How dumb can you be to be in a court of law and not want to look up your lawful rights when you're going to argue with attorneys at law about your lawful rights? If you were charged with assault, you would want to know what in the law constitutes assault. Is it somebody just touching me against my will? Is it slapping hard? What's the penalty if you're charged, like if it's a harsh one, if you just bumped into somebody, or if you strike them with intent to inflict harm or something? You would want to know all that, and your attorney would tell you that. But for some reason, when it comes to our kids, we don't give a damn. We turn into total numbnuts, brainless zombies. And I talk like this because you guys out there need to wake the hell up. There's a war going on, and you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs and whining and crying and pissing and moaning. Pick up a weapon and fight. Now, here's how to get to my store in case you do decide that you do want this kind of help to stand up to people. So, you go to my YouTube channel or my Instagram or wherever. You click on any video, and in that video is a link to my flow page. On my flow page, here's ways to contact me. All my social media is up here. Here's ways to contact me with a one-touch button. I got people messaging me. How do I contact you? Boom, here's my online store. And then there's a video below that explaining the 3 most important things every dad needs in my store. And then here's demand letters. And then within there, if you click on it,
It gives you an explanation as to what it's all about.